Looks like Michigan will be taking on the number 16 seed in Howard, coming off of their first NCAA tournament win, a 3-point win over UMBC, which really seemed like Howard was trying to completely blow that game. Howard missed 2 1-and-1 free throws towards the end and made one, but missed another one as well. UMBC had a chance, a half-court heave, did not hit it, so Howard ends up winning by 3. This is a matchup that currently the line is not out. You have teams like Arizona, who's a 30-point favorite. You have teams like Duke, so that's a 27-point favorite. I would guess Michigan would probably be about 30-plus favorite in this one. I think there's several different reasons why. Number one is that this Howard team is not really deep at all. They're going to be really reliant on their stars. Their stars played basically 33 plus minutes in this game against UMBC. They did have 4 guys off the bench, but I think the most of them played maybe like 5, 6, 7 minutes. And the only reason why some of them played is because Howard was in foul trouble against UMBC. Now, Howard doesn't have a ton of size going up against Michigan, which Michigan's one of the tallest, if not the tallest team in the entire country. This is a Howard team that really their strength overall is their defense. This is a team that's pretty good at preventing 3s and 2s. Now, that is against the teams that they have played. They don't give up a high percentage of anything there. Offensively, this is not a very good team. For Howard, probably their best part is their offensive rebounding. They do get to the free throw line quite a bit, and they're all right at it. They're not elite by any points, but they're an all right team. So it's really going to be a matchup for Michigan that there's nothing that truly concerns me, to be completely honest with you. This is a 16-1 matchup for a reason, right? I do think Howard does have some good talent. I do think Howard has some guys that are able to put up points. You have to talk about Cedric Taylor. He was really good tonight for Howard. But he wasn't the best player because you have to fully give credit to Osei Okoche. A guy that, if you look at statistically, I think he's like the 3rd or 4th, maybe the 5th leading scorer of this team. He had over 20 points in this game. I thought Osei was absolutely awesome tonight. And it wasn't just him. I mentioned Cedric Taylor, also Bryce Harris as well. Bryce Harris got eventually the game clinching bucket with about 50 some odd seconds left. Now, obviously, I did say UMBC had a chance to tie the game at the end. But Bryce Harris, 17 points at least. You also have Cedric Taylor getting about his average was 17 points. This is also a Howard team that I did mention isn't great offensively, but against UMBC, they were actually pretty good, which is interesting because UMBC is a team that doesn't foul a ton, and Howard got to the free throw line about like 19, 20 plus times in this one, which is unusual. Second half was definitely a lot more of what UMBC is. But this is a team that did get to the free throw line, that shot decently well from the free throw line. And this is a team that shot over 45% from the field, over 45% from the 3, shot extremely well from the free throw line. This was one of the better offensive performances from this Howard team against a pretty decent UMBC defense. Now, this is nothing compared to what Michigan's going to do to Howard. I fully expect this game to be over by halftime, if that's the latest. I fully do. I think you're going to be able to throw the ball inside. I think you're going to be able to get Howard in foul trouble. If you do get Howard in foul trouble, the game's already over at that point. And then some of their better players are big men, right? And they're going to have to go up against guys like Morez Johnson, guys like Ade Mara. They're not going to be able to score on those guys. This is going to be a Howard offense that's going to struggle mightily. This is one of those games where if you're a Howard fan, you're happy you won the play-in game. You got your first NCAA tournament win. But there's really not much more to talk about in this one, to be completely honest with you. This is a Howard team that's going to rely on its defense. This is a Howard team that if they shoot this well, maybe you keep it somewhat relatively close for the first 10 minutes. I just don't expect this game to be anywhere close. I don't expect this game to be competitive. And the only reason why I'm doing it is because it's Michigan, right? I cover Michigan. Again, I don't think you're going to be playing a lot of your starters a whole lot of minutes in this one if you're in Michigan. Maybe you end up doing that, but I think you're going to see a lot of Trey McKinney. I think you're going to see backups in at some point in the second half. Will Cherry's going to probably play quite a few minutes. This should be an easy walk to the next round, the round of 32 for Michigan. This is not one of those teams, in my opinion, that you should really be ever nervous about maybe pulling off of a 16-1 upset once again. This is not the UMBC team against Virginia. This is a Howard team that can score. This is a Howard team that can do stuff defensively, but this is a whole different Michigan team. And I expect Michigan to completely control this game, to dominate this game. And I think at the end of the day, it was a good first NCAA tournament win for Howard. It was a good NCAA tournament overall, but Michigan's going to go on to the round of 32. And I don't really think it's very much close at all in this one. So let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with me, disagree with me? I would assume people would agree with me. Howard, good season, good game against UMBC, but I think they end up falling to Michigan, and I don't think it's relatively close. But if it is, I'll talk about. If it's not, obviously I'll talk about this in the recap as well. Thanks for tuning in. There'll be more NCAA tournament previews coming up as well. Really excited about that, so tune into those. But thanks for tuning in. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment as well, and more content coming your way.